hang on, I gotta turn off my electric fence. Okay, I've got the electric fence turned off, so I'm not gonna get bit. Not by the electric fence anyway. Maybe by the bees. It's a little cool this morning, so maybe. Let's just go over a little bit about what I'm gonna do here. Oh, I gotta get my smoker. There's my smoking supplies and a little coffee can for collecting wax, a brush to brush the bees, the spare. Actually, this one belongs to my wife. I've got two of my own somewhere. I know one of them is inside one of those hives. I'm gonna get it out. Brought some alcohol in case we find a queen and we want to do an alcohol test. We got the alcohol test right there. Got some matches to start that. The smoker and my bee suit. A cap to hold the bee suit up because it's getting kind of old. And a pair of gloves, which I use too. Even though I've been in business for 5 years with the bees, I still wear gloves. I don't like getting stung. I've got stung early on, all up my arm, just swelled up about twice as big. And when I get stung now, it's not that bad, but I still don't like it. So one of these days, maybe next year, I'm going to start using just my fingers because I want to raise some queens. Start my smoker. There's a little trick here. If you put a little tape on your smoker like that, it goes out. So that's one thing I do. I hear some traffic out there, but oh well. It won't be too noisy this morning. I may have to struggle to get this open. There we go. I got it. See, that put it all out. So most of this is ash. I'm just going to dump it out and start over. Whew. All right, now we have fertilizer for grass, right? And I'm going to go to my favorite starting point. I've got some newspaper here and some matches are somewhere. Anyway, the newspaper is going to be first. I gotta pick up some wood. Got it. This is good for a smoker fuel. You can break it up and just put little pieces of it. I got a lot more other places. I don't really need it right today. But anyway, something like. So where were we? Back to the matches. You got to keep your matches dry. So it's a good idea to put them in some kind of container. And don't forget to cover them up. Now these are old matches, so I don't know whether they'll light or not. We'll try. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. It doesn't go out. Yeah. So the first thing we do is get the smoke going. Get the fire going. We don't want it to go out before we put it in. So there we go. Now, once that's happened, I like to put a little egg carton in there. That's one thing I use. Oh, I gotta puff it once in a while. And another thing that works really well, I've probably mentioned this other times, or probably will mention it other times. Let's see if it went out. Look at that. It went out. So we gotta start over again. Well, the reason I like this little thing is it makes a nice little chimney. So, we'll try our match again. There we go, our match worked. Our flame's burning. Let's see if we can't get it going somewhere else. Now, this is a toilet paper roll. I use paper towel rolls also. This is an egg carton. That makes a nice little chimney. Ooh, if I can get it in there. Now, puff it up. And my smoker's started. Well, it's going to burn so because that chimney's in there. But I also like to stick something else in here a little heavier. Piece of egg carton is great. I might even at this time put in another piece of newspaper. Now, puff that out a little bit. And now, my all-time favorite, or a lot of people's all-time favorite anyway, is some dry or even damp pine needles. So I stick them in there. I don't want to stuff them too much just yet. I want to get them going good. Make sure my flame's going well. Hello. That's working good. Yeah, these are just a little bit damp. I picked them up in my other bee yard, or near my other bee yard where there's lots of pine trees. Ooh, I think it's going good. Now, before I get too far, I want to make sure I put my matches back in here, because that's one thing I'll forget if I'm not careful. So, there, they should be dry, even if it starts raining. Now, I haven't got a lot of pine needles here, but I have some more up in my storage bin, which is up on my front porch. But whatever's in this coffee can works good. These work really good for putting odds and ends that you need. And also I put my burr comb wax in something like this. Now I can even stick this little stick of wood in here. And a couple more pieces of newspaper. Now it's not even full, but it'll last for a long time. Just to make sure, I'm going to puff it up a little more. Yeah, that fire is going to go as long as I need it. A couple there. I need to find my hive tool today. I just went up and checked my notes. Notes are always good for your beekeeping, because you're going to come back to them for something. I know what hive my J-hook hive tool is in, and that's my favorite hive tool. It's in J1. Hey! Wouldn't you know it? Okay. Well, we're going to check that out. So I got my hive tool, I've got my brush, my burr comb can, my gloves, and my smoker. Puff that up just a little bit. Now this is J1. Whew, a little wet from the rain on top. Anyway, alright, it's got 3 supers on it. I put them on there so the bees could clean out above the inner cover. Somebody told me that would work. There wasn't much in them in the first place, but we're going to check it out and find out. Put my gloves on. I don't need the gloves right now. Let's just do it. I don't think there'll be any bees up here. Now there are a few. So I guess I'll get the smoker and tell them I'm here. Okay, this one here is just, well, you know, they aren't awake yet. Anyway, the bees are off of that. Put that back there. Knock them down in there. Got a little bit of comb on that. And this one here has quite a few more bees in it. They're still not awake. And I just knocked them off. But yeah, the bees have cleaned it out good. That's terrific. So one more. And look at that. they just say, huh, what's going on? I'm sleepy. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning here in Otto, North Carolina. And these were just frames that had very little or none at all honey in them. So this seems to have worked. That's a new one for me. By the way, this is the one that has my hive tool in it. And look at that. There's some bees on it. They're just not awake. They're happy to clean off. So I can freeze these and store them for winter. And I still got a few bees down here that can get off, so I'll knock them off again. Put them on my stump. Now we're going to have these for another use here shortly. Mainly, well, to store these frames in. So, the hive's waking up a little bit. I can hear them buzzing in there. And that worked. I turned the video off now, but if I get stung, might be a good piece to have in my video, I mean, because I don't like getting stung. But doing it without gloves is a lot easier. Yep, the bees have just moved right on down. That's what I need. These are nice and clean. Freeze them for a few days and stack them where the light can get to them. I shouldn't have any wax moth problems at all. And wax moth is generally a sign of a poor hive in the first place. A strong hive will keep the wax moth run off. You wouldn't be doing this on a hot hive, would you? Oh, there's my pennies. I use pennies to give them a little extra ventilation. That doesn't always work too well because they get lost when I start doing bee inspections. There's been more than once I got stung, and gonna be giving up the beehive business for sure. But I keep coming back. It's something that I need to do. Yeah, really, I need to. The way they're acting this morning, I didn't even need a bee suit. I had no idea they'd be so calm. There's a couple flying around now. What's going on with that? Could it be that that's a channel box? Oh, okay. That ain't gonna work. Those weren't shadow frames. I don't know how they fit in. I guess there wasn't much bee space there. But anyway, it worked. Oh boy. That didn't make him happy. Her happy. Okay, they're starting to wake up now. I'm going to try to run some of them down into the hive itself. Hope you can hear that clunk of the bees. I don't have many shallow boxes. I kind of inherited that somehow along the way. I'm not sure how, but I stuck it on there to see if I'd get anything, I'm sure. Oh yeah, they're waking up now. Okay, Richard, time to put your gloves on. They're not happy with you at all. This is fun. This is a fun hobby. It's a lot of hard work on hot August days, but mornings like this, it's just nice. All right. They're saying, what is the meaning of this? See, they're not happy there. But that worked. So if you got some partially filled comb that you don't really want to, you don't really want to extract it because there's just not enough honey there, stick it in one of these and put it above your inner cover. Now, look at that. I'm just going to check and see if I got a queen. And it appears that I don't. But what's happening now is the bees are climbing up on the corners and the side, trying to figure out what's going on. So I think I'm going to try a little smoke and my bee brush to encourage them to go down into the bottom before I... That's not going to work too well though. Take the box off. So, we'll just... Yeah, they don't know what to do. So we're going to take that box off anyway. Once I get the inner cover off, they'll figure out that, oh, that's where I'm supposed to be. Don't want to jerk them too much. Wait for the most of them to go down in there before you tap it on top of the box. Alright, now what I'm going to do is put this back on and put a brick over the hole here. That'll keep them in the hive until I can come back and finish my job, which is find my hive tool. So I'm going to put these frames away and I'll cut through that on the video. I'm back. And I brought one of the boxes here to put on top of the other one, so I have essentially a deep sleeper. I've got two different sizes, but I want something to be able to put my frames into while I'm doing my inspection. So I need to puff it up a little bit, make sure the smoke is working good, and maybe we'll puff a little bit down inside, kind of run them down in the bottom, give them a few seconds to think about it. In the meantime, I might pull a weed, which are a constant problem here in the bee yard, the stump garden bee yard. Okay, let's see what's inside here. Oh yeah, nice bunch of bees. So, we got our inner cover off. We'll try the outside frame first because that's where my queen is least likely to be. Wouldn't want to roll my queen. So we do want to look for her though. Who knows? I don't see her. Alright, basically we got some bees in there. We'll stick them in the side. And we'll try another one. I could probably go gloveless at this point. Once again, not much going on here. I see a little bit of comb I'm not too happy with. So we'll shake them in here and take that off. And they can still work on this whenever they want. So that's got a little bit of work done on it. I'll put that in my coffee can for later. And again, on the other side, we don't have as much in it either. So pull some of that out. The first frame kind of stuck in there. It's been a little while. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since I inspected this hive. And I don't see a queen on this side. And there's nothing going on here. So we'll put that over there. Boy, these are stuck in there. Not that bad, I mean, as it goes. So once again, we're in good shape there. No queen. I should have looked a little better, but I didn't. Let me just, yeah, I don't think there's a queen on that. Very unlikely. So, we're looking to see what's going on here. So, I kind of like to run most of these down the bottom. Okay, don't want to smoke them too much. So, basically, we've got 5 frames here that aren't drawn out much. So we're going to need some sugar syrup on this thing, and maybe a pollen patty. Oh boy, there's a lot of bees in there now. Well, this is looking a little better. Wow, it's heavy. That's honey. Now, I want to make sure this goes back in my upper deep. So, one for the upper deep. I don't see any queen there either. If I don't find a queen, it's alright as long as I find a brood. Come on, girls. Go on down. Meet your friends. That's a little light, but it does have a lot of honey in it. A little pollen there. Alright, let's see, where's the queen? I forgot to look for the queen. I don't see anything here. And nothing there. Bunch of happy bees. We'll put them in there. Oh, here we go. Now this is one the queen could be on. Look at that brood pattern. That's solid brood. I like that. Okay, on this one, we're going to put the brood in the bottom box. So I'm going to change this box to the bottom box. Another frame of great brood pattern. She's doing really good. But I don't see her here. She's doing a good job of hiding out for now. See if some larvae in there too. Alright. My eyesight's not good enough to see eggs, but I manage. No queen there either. I may not find the queen. That's okay. Again, there's not much going on in this one, so I'm going to put this one in the top chamber. Oh, the top. There. So far, we have 2 brood to go in the bottom. So we'll just put them together. Slowly, not squeezing these. Put this box right here on top of our hive. Now we're down to the nitty gritty, the bottom hive, and they look pretty packed. So again, the outside frame is most unlikely to be there. So I'm going to try to pull that one out. Excuse me, girls. As Cayman Reynolds says, excuse me. Well, they're not liking this. Alright, again, this is the empty frame. Got a little bit of drawn comb on it, but that's it. I don't see a queen here. Sure would be nice to find her if I get a chance. So we'll stick that in here. I'm going to take out one of these. Not so much queens in here, maybe a couple. Put more bees in there. Well, excuse me. I don't want to hurt you girls. Please move. I know my hive tool's down in there somewhere. Let's see if we can't find it. Ah, that's another light one. go over here. I set my hive tools in this box, but so far, oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Okay. Where are you, Miss Your Majesty? Where are you, Your Majesty? Can't say that right. Where are you? There you go. Some more pollen they've been bringing in. I don't see her here either. I'm going to stick this down here. The box got pretty full. All right. At this point, I'd be moving frames over, except for one thing. I want to get that hive tool out of there. Now, there's a little bit of brood on this one, which would be a good one to find the queen on, because there's a lot of larvae in there. Yeah, this is going to go back in this box. So, I need to get my tool out first. There she is, my favorite J tool. Well, I put my wife's away now. So I've got mine. It's a little easier for me to pull these frames with it. Oh, there's a beautiful pattern. Whoa, very nice. This is another frame that very likely a queen would be on, because there's larvae and eggs. She'd be on either side of it though, so she's hiding out from me. I can't remember whether this is a marked queen or not, but I bet it's in my notes. There's something to drop off there, so I'll drop a few in there. Now this is going to go back in the middle. Alright guys. Okay. I want to slide this one over a little bit for now, because I want to be able to put this one that the queen possibly is on back in before she flies away if she's on it. Oh, you know, these breeches I got on are just painter's breeches. They got lots of pockets in them. Works good for a beekeeper. Usually I just lay stuff down somewhere. But that was the idea when I got them. They're only about 18, 20 bucks. Probably more than that now. Bought these 5 years ago. They're probably up around, what, 25? Who knows? Everything goes up. Little drawn comb. I don't see any queen. I'm going to put that back down there. Still no queen. There's a pile of bees here. See what they're after. Oh, some emerging brood. Okay, I don't see anything in that either. So this one here I'll put in a little bit later. Here, up to the side. That's drawn comb. Nothing in that side. Nothing in that side. So I'm going to leave this one down the bottom too, so that she has plenty of room to lay eggs down there. Come on, girls, I'm almost done. Don't get too excited. There's a good frame of honey to go there. So, I'm going to put that right against the brood. Now, I think that's it. For today, as far as finding them. So, we want honey next to the brood. So, there's a frame of that. This is called bearding. The reason they're doing it today is because I was just into this hive. And they're not too happy about it. But they're fairly calm bees. So, we're done.